Welcome back, everybody. This is something I've been working on for a little while, and I decided that I would compact it a little bit between yesterday and today, and then finally get it actually ready for presentation. So you may be wondering, what is this thing? Is it a chicken walker? Is it a little boxer dude? Is it like a toad that punches somebody's face off with his cute little eyeballs and his nose and smile? Big eyebrows. Or what does it do? No, this is a mob grinder. Um, Usually I use it for skeletons, but you can also use it for zombies. They work just fine as well. I'm sure you could work it out to fix it for other mobs depending on how you laid it out. You could change the little receptacle right in here and such. Basically, you're going to have mobs coming in this side and then coming in this side, and these two blocks are set to flip-flop so that when one is up, the other is down, and when that one goes up, this one comes down. And when they go inside, this uses lava in a dispenser. It throws it out, and with the timing, the way that everything is set, it will bring the skeleton down to 1 hit and a zombie down to 2 hits. The zombie can't be brought down to 1 hit because the lava does two hits of damage, so if you do any more than that, then the zombie will just die. So anyways, it's a great way to farm experience and bows, arrows, bone meal if you need it, all that kind of stuff. So let's take a look at the materials that we'll need. So this is a bit redstone heavy, so you'll need 17 redstone, 4 redstone torches, 14 repeaters, 2 comparators, 1 redstone block, 2 item hoppers, 7 sticky pistons, so if you haven't got the slime farm going, then this might be a little hard to come by, 2 dispensers, and then 25 half slabs of your choice, 9 building blocks, 5 more of another kind, and then 2 blocks for covering things up. These can all be the same if you want them to. For me, this was kind of an aesthetic choice, so that these are on the sticky pistons and these are for actually looking at the mob, so they can be the same if you really want them to. Then obviously your 2 lava buckets, 1 for each side, and then an optional button, depending on if you want it to be fully automatic and just stay that way, or if you want to turn on a manual switch somewhere and set it to manual. So, but that'll be extra materials if you want to add something in like that. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get started then. So first off, what you need to do, this is based off of a few separate components. This is not actually my design exactly. This too wide section, this is not my design. I found it on Mumbo's channel. I'm not sure if he got it from somewhere else. I took it and I made it so that it's a 3 wide double pen, if you will, I guess, and that just makes it compact and still efficient and on space and everything. So that's one main component. A second component is this little section right in here. This is a T flip-flop so that you can bring in mobs from one side and block off the other side, or bring them in from this side and block off that side. That way, if you've got like a water stream splitting off of just one mob spawn or something, you can have them burning in here while you're stocking up on this side, and these will stock up, and then once that finishes, then you can flip it, and these will be locked in and they'll start burning and such. So depending on how you want to do it, you're gonna have to fidget with it some to get it to work with your particular setup. So that's the second main segment. The third main chunk is, I believe, was it Seth Bling? No, I don't remember who it was. The hopper clock or hopper timer that has been around for some time now. This is the vertical version of it. I had been using the horizontal, the flattened one, like this layout here. This is a vertical one and a horizontal one together. I tried tying them together for something, but anyways. But I ended up, in compacting it, I ended up making it vertical just to fit better. It dropped the, that was my last version. Well, sort of. This was the modification for my final version. The last one went all the way to the ground, so with the vertical I actually was able to pull 3 blocks, I think, able to squish it down. So it's really nice and compact, nice and tidy. So let's go ahead and start off. Okay, so this is going to be your ground floor here where the automation happens. What we have to do is make a 10-tick pulse to match the button, because the button is what gives this kind of the magic timing. So I used the hopper clock, and I had some help from the Minecraft forum. I'll be throwing up the name here in just a minute. I don't remember offhand what it is, of the guys who were helping me out. So this is to get a 10-tick pulse off of your hopper clock. So we're going to start right there. So first what you want to do is just set up a triangle. So that's going to be 6 repeaters. Set all of them to 4 ticks, except this last one. Just set that one to 2 ticks. Take your redstone and then loop this up like this. And then in a minute we're going to, let's see. There we go. I'm sure there's an easier way to do that, but that starts up the little redstone tower. And then stick your, oh, hang on. Let's see. Your clock is going to be going over here. Like I said, I'm sure there's a better way to do that, but I'm not exactly a building magician, so bear with me right there. So you take your repeaters, and those can be regular blocks. I just like them to be that way. That way they're more isolated if you've got other redstone stuff running around. See, did I say 4? Oh no, it was 2 comparators. Yeah, it's not using them up because I'm in creative mode. Okay, and then get your wool and your redstone right on top. And then next is you're going to put down your hoppers, point them into each other so that they're going back and forth. So if you drop an item in, it's just going to go back and forth like that. But we don't want that right now. Okay, so there's that. Then you take your sticky pistons, stick one of those on either side up against the redstone. Oops. And then put your block of redstone right in the middle. Okay? Now, for the time in between, you need to have at least a full stack or so of items going back and forth. And I'll just pull that out so you can see what happens. As the items cycle through, this side empties out, which then allows us to recycle, and it just goes back and forth. So, but you can look up more videos on that another time. Okay, so that's basically what you want it to do. And then you take your half slabs and 1 regular block, go out like that. Now what happens here is as this goes back and forth, you notice there's a slight interruption here. That is what we want to use. So coming off of that, you've got a redstone torch. It's turned off. Every time that the redstone is interrupted, it turns on briefly. And then this extender turns on the 10-tick pulse. So that is the entire 10-tick automatic output that you need. Okay? Alright. Next, we have our little tower here. And this is where it's going to be going up and getting into the main system. Got a block there, torch there. Now I usually just turn this off so that I don't have stuff flipping while I'm running the rest of the materials in. It just makes things a lot easier. Whoops. That goes on top, not on the side. My bad. Okay. So this is where it splits. This goes up to the top, and this starts to do this top section where you actually have the grinder. Down below, this starts to go into the T flip-flop section. So put down a half slab, and then your redstone repeater, and then you put down a block, and this is going to be where it splits out to either side. So put a half slab there, not a half slab there, half slab there, and then a sticky piston facing up in each of these positions. And then this is where I put my my other color block. That way I can just kind of see what's going on. In between each of those, you put one repeater. Okay, and then the same down here. Take a repeater there, sticky piston, oops, there, sticky piston there, block there. Okay, that's your T flip-flop system all set up now. Okay, so next put a sticky piston facing up right there, and then your colored block, if you want to do that, right there. Okay, now this is where we're starting to build the mob grinder right up top. So half slabs all around that. Put redstone, repeater facing into the block, repeaters facing out, and that first repeater going in should be at 2 ticks, I believe, right? And then the others are at 4, yeah. Okay, and this line and this line are just mirror images of each other, both feeding off the central line. Then you need 3 blocks right there in the middle, a redstone torch on top. This is where the optional button comes in. That's where, if you want it to be in manual mode, you'll hit that and then the system will cycle. So, but otherwise, this torch right here, that's where the automated signal is going to be coming in. As this torch blinks on and off, here I'll just show you real quick. As that blinks on and off, that's going to activate it. So that's the same length as the button. And right here, actually, this is where you can swap that. Wait for the other side to go up, then that one's down, and then see they'll alternate every time. Left goes up, right goes down. Right goes up, left goes down. Okay, so let's turn that off because that's annoying. Hello, skeleton. Skeletor! Okay, and then these are the platforms where your mobs will be standing. Like I said, if you want to use it for something that's a only one high, like sheep or pigs or something like that, if you want to roast them up, the cows, you'll want to raise that up to there. But that's if you want to do that. Then dispenser, and right here is where I like to put that one right on top. That way, as you're standing, this is the platform you'll be standing on. You can't walk forward, and they can't walk in between, but you can still hit their oops. You can still hit their feet and such. Okay. Now, this is where I put the glass so that I can see through, because I like the look of it. So you'd be standing in here and you can see them. You can make this the same as these blue or these red. You can make all of them the same. You can change it to some other random block. That's just what I wanted to put in there. If this is outside, you will need to put blocks on top to keep your skeletons and your zombies from burning, because they will burn to death in the sunlight. Wait a minute. Whoops. I just did a boo-boo. Scratch that. These need to be up one level. My bad. That is what will block the mobs from coming in or going out. Okay. And then, oh, and I put in blocks here just in case you have a lava problem. It just reduces the amount of lava flow that can go around. Because if you're messing around with stuff in here, it can get off the cycle, and then the lava defaults to being out, and then it's sucked in briefly, and then spat back out, instead of being in, spat out briefly, and sucked back in. And that will wreak havoc to some of this stuff. Thankfully, it's mostly just this redstone right in here that gets knocked off. But these can help contain it if you are thinking quick, and you can just go like that. That blocks up the front and then block off the other side. So, okay, and I believe that's actually it. We just have to throw the lava buckets inside. Oh, hang on. Did I pull? Yes, I did. Okay. I thought I had the timing off. Okay. Now that should be it. Let's see how it goes. And no. Pardon me, I will be right back. Well, that was embarrassing. Anyways, if you want to add, by the way, a few safeguards in, just in case you make mistakes while you're building, throw a half slab here, and then a half slab here over these repeaters, because they'll get knocked out just about every time. Whichever one is down at the moment, whichever side it comes out. And then also, I mean, just make some kind of a trough to make the lava slide off this direction. But like I said, the best thing to do is actually just to leave the lava for the very, very last thing, and maybe place a couple of extra half slabs there and there or something like that to make sure that it doesn't flow out, you know. So, anyways, but this is how it is. This is how it looks when it is completely working. And you've got your button there. You've got your timer running down here, and that puts out the 10 tick signal. That does those. If you want to do an extra one in the meantime, you can just hit that, and it'll do it in the meantime too. Funnel your mobs in here. Funnel your mobs in here. And if you want to make a little extra thing to make an automatic shutoff, not an automatic shutoff, but to shut off the automatic section, just make a line here with a sticky piston and a lever. That'll cut off the redstone right there. See, that comes open and it cuts it off. And that will cut off the timer from underneath from doing anything up here. And it's purely manual from there forward. So turn it off and you got it good again. Might also put like a little lamp indicator or something like that, make it nice and cool, but that is totally up to you. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I hope you can find this useful. This is actually going into one of my series that I'm doing soon, or that I'm continuing, Treasure Island 2. It's going to be going down into the Pirate's Cove, where I had to light up all the areas so that the skelly spawners would stop it. So that took me freaking forever, like 3 hours of sitting here doing stuff, because yeah. Anyways, you don't want to hear about that. So I hope that you found this useful. If you did, leave a comment. Tell me what you're using it for. Maybe if you found some ways to modify it, make it even more compact or more efficient. And a thumbs up rating would be fantastic. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, so that you can catch the new material coming out soon. Thank you very much. See you next time. Bye.